ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Empowerment Network with Business Minutes That Matter. I'm William Bell, and today we are going to be speaking with Miss Gwen Christensen, who is the owner of Builders Floors and Interiors. Gwen, hello and welcome.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right. Well, it's great to have you on today. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. Gwen is in the flooring business, and she's going to tell you a little bit about that. This is an opportunity for us to share a few things about local businesses and to give you an opportunity to learn about what they do, who they are, and how they may be of service to you. So let's just kind of get right into it because these calls are a little bit limited. And let's talk about who you are and why you're different, both a little bit personal and a little bit about the background of your business.
Sure, William. I started my company in 1997. I actually took out a small business loan with the Small Business Association, the SBA, and put my house up as collateral and my life insurance up as collateral. So I, of course, had a great motivation to succeed. So that being said, it pretty much says, you know, I grew up learning to work, worked on the farm, worked since I was a kid, so I knew that I had to make my business succeed. So really with that small business loan, that gave me the opportunity to buy merchandise and to really get started in the business. So that's really what I think one of the reasons that sets me apart from other establishments you might deal with is that I have a true motivation to give the best service I can to my customers. And service can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. Service to me means that we do, it's not just me, it's we do what we say we're going to do. When we offer merchandise to our customers, there's no question about the quality of the merchandise. We deal only with the best manufacturers, the best products that are currently available. I reach the science of everything that's coming, new things that are coming out. We're always aware of that. We keep abreast of everything that's the new trends and new colors. My background is in design, so I do work with people in that respect. So that is another part that sets me apart too. When someone calls in, they're looking for something for their home, I immediately talk to them about the colors they like, what their home is like, what they want to do, in the future, if they're going to sell their home, or they're going to stay in their home the next 15, 20 years. So a lot of those factors really run into the fact of what kind of product they're going to buy and what's the quality of that product. So if they were to go to a mass merchandiser, they would not have that opportunity. Someone is not really concerned about what their motivation is or what they're doing. They want to sell them a piece of carpet or a piece of wood or a piece of ceramic tile at X amount of dollars, and they want to ring them up and get them out of the store so they can ring up someone else and go to lunch. So that's what I'm different from those mass merchandisers. This is a custom store. We have a custom design shop. We work with the clients, with their colors, with their home environments, everything about their home. I pretty much get into what I like to say, their world. If when they come in here, I'm into their world. I immediately step into that situation of what the colors they like, what their lifestyle is, how many children they have, how many dogs and cats do they have. All of those factors that really involve you purchasing something for your home, because your home is the most important thing to you. So when I feel that way, when you come in here, I want your home to look the very best it can look in relation to what you like, not what I like. So that's what really sets me apart from other establishments, because I'm here with that background. I've got 25 years of experience in color selection in the carpet and flooring business, which every day I learn something new, believe it or not. You know, there's always some new little twist to something that we're doing, a new installation, a new product. So I'm continuously learning. So I'm offering that customer that load of information of things that I have learned, and I'm sharing that with that client, and then also trying to be a part of their world and making, you know, their decisions to be the best decisions they can make for things that they really like. So that's what really I think sets me apart from those other places.
Well, that's quite a bit that sets you apart. That was quite an example or catalog of different things that you do to make you stand out from others, and some of them were especially impressive in terms of the personal care and attention that you give and the detail that you give to making sure that your customers are satisfied. And that brings up another question, Gwen, which I know you've partially answered this, but sometimes because we're in business, we're like being in our fishbowl, so to speak, and we have a perspective. Now, you've done what you've done for so long that I think you articulated it well, but is there anything else that you find that customers are really wanting? What is it that customers tell you that they want from a flooring contractor, from a person who helps them with design and their flooring and their colors?
I think first of all, a customer wants me to be honest with them. They want me to tell them what is available at what price, at a fair price, and that to make my establishment believable to them that I will perform the things that they want me to perform. So many times I've called a contractor, a plumber, or a yard person. They'll say, oh, yes, I'll be there next Tuesday, and next Tuesday shows up, and no, he doesn't show up. So I think the main thing a client, and when they come in my door, when they pick up the phone and call me, they want me to be honest with them and to give them the product, and sometimes they don't even know what they want, so that then I have to educate them. They want me to educate them as well as do what I say I'm going to do. And those are the two things I've found over the years with working with clients. So many times they are confused. It's overwhelming to them. They're trying to pick out, perhaps they're buying a new house, and they're trying to pick out everything for their house, the interior, the countertops, the ceramic tile, the wall colors, the drapes. I mean, it's so overwhelming. So we sit down and methodically go through a selection sheet and say, okay, we're going to start from right here. Let's look at the colors you like. What do you have now that you want to use in the future? That type of thing. So it's that fact of me being honest with them and me helping and guiding them through the process, which sometimes is very confusing. There's so many products out here. You walk in my showroom, 5,000 square foot office space, half of it's showroom space. There are hundreds, literally, of selections here, and I help them, guide them through those selections to find that perfect carpet or that perfect wood or perfect ceramic tile that they want. So to answer that question in a long fashion is they want, first of all, honesty from me and reliability, and then they want education from me too, I think, to a great extent with my job.
Well, that is excellent. And you sort of segued right into our last question for today, and that is giving us some of the features and benefits of the product that they can use now. That's a little part of education and what you do for your clients. But I really like, Gwen, where you talked about helping people who have this confusion when they go in to make a purchase because they've got so many decisions to make. And as you said, you give them a checklist and you methodically walk them through the process. And that can take so much stress off of a person and make that process so much easier. And I'm sure your clients appreciate you for that. So let's talk about, maybe a couple of features and benefits of your product that, maybe a client or a customer who's thinking about purchasing or is in that process or stage could use right now. What's a couple of things that you could tell them?
I think that basically they need to know about the newest types of fibers that are out, particularly in carpet. Carpet is kind of a transition from year to year, like many products. There's always a change in different types of products, different fibers that are used, different constructions that are used, different warranties are used, and so forth. And I think our client now looking for a carpet, it's not just looking for a pretty carpet that has a certain color to it. It's knowing that construction and knowing what's available for the use that they need it for. So many people might have a bedroom or 2 or 3 bedrooms upstairs that they rarely walk on. They don't go upstairs to use that area that much. So they don't need that tough carpet that they're going to walk on maybe in the living room, in the family room. So it's a matter of me pointing out to these clients what's available, what features these particular products have, so that some may or may not be as important to it for different situations. So again, it's identifying those products, and also with wood and ceramic tile. There are so many new products. For instance, the difference between porcelain and a regular, just a clay ceramic tile. There's a big difference there. The porcelain tile is a more durable tile. It can be used inside and outside because the temperature does not affect it. So there's so many different aspects to the different products that we have that are available. If you walk into someplace else, they're not going to explain that to you. They're going to say, yes, this costs X amount of dollars per square foot. I'm going to be there to tell them what product it is, what characteristics it has, and what it will do for that client. So there's ever-changing features to all the floor covering products, just like there's ever-changing features to anything else you buy if you go out to buy a TV. And if you know that how confusing it is to try to find a TV, it's the same situation with floor covering. There are so many aspects and characteristics of the different types of carpet and different types of ceramic tile and wood that it takes an expert to tell you that and to tell you, so you can discern. You can't really discern the difference until someone explains those features. So that's when if someone's thinking about buying a house, thinking about redoing their floor covering, it's just a matter of they need to think about how much use is it going to get. Am I just trying to sell the home, or do we want to stay here? This is going to be our retirement home. So they need to start thinking about what is available, and it's a matter of just calling me and asking me, and then I can tell them, different types of products that are available and what they cost, what their benefits are, what their characteristics are, and just what they can expect, as far as the durability and the wearability of those different products.
Okay, excellent. Well, you mentioned something else, and I'm going to try to squeeze in one more little question here. Now, I understand that not only do you do residential flooring and carpeting, et cetera, installations, but you also work with builders. Is that correct?
Yes, I certainly do. We do. The name of my company is Builders, Floors, and Interiors, which pretty much tells you we've been doing builder work for all the years that we've been in business, and that is a new construction, working with builders. Again, we offer our builders that same level of service. We actually make their selections for them for market homes, and then work with their clients picking out all the interior selections. So that really saves the builder a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of headache, because that customer buys a home, he can turn that customer over to me, and we go through again with that selection sheet and go through all the aspects of that home he's trying to selling them, and therefore it's written out for him and turned into him. So he has that, instead of listening to all those questions and going through all these things, what do I do about this, what do I do about this, then all those selections are made, within my office, and it's all coordinated rather than going from place to place without, having any coordination. So the same is true with commercial situations. We do commercial work as far as buildings and so forth. We offer the same services to a person, maybe moving from one space to the other. So the builder and the contractor for commercial use, we treat just like we do our residential people, offering that same selection service.
Well, thank you, Gwen. That was just right on time. It was excellent information. I want you to, if you don't mind, to give people a way to get in contact with you, maybe tell them where your location is, and after that, we'll be closing the call.
Certainly. We're at 3085 Stage Post, which is near the Wolf Chase Mall in Memphis, in the Memphis area. We're right up Germantown Road and Stage Road, very close to the Wolf Chase Mall, as I indicated. People can reach us by calling us at 382-2155. They can also email me, Gwen M, Gwen, as in Mary, Gwen M at bellsouth.net, or go to our webpage, which is buildersfloorsandinteriors.com, all spelled out in small cases, and just call us anytime. In fact, my cell is 488-0250. I'll answer my cell phone, too, if someone is interested in something.
All right. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We've been speaking with Miss Gwen Christensen of Builders, Floors, and Interiors. We want to thank you personally, Gwen, for taking the time to be with us today here on Business Minutes That Matter on the Empowerment Network. And I look forward to speaking with you again in the very near future. With that, I want to say once again, thank you.
Thanks a whole lot.